Hi, everybody. I know it's been a while. It's nice to kind of be back a little bit. I have been dealing with a health issue since the middle of February, and we are getting close to resolving it. So I'm excited to be able to come back, share some ideas, share some thoughts, hopefully get your mind thinking about your dissertation and give you some ways to proceed forward. And the thing that I wanted to talk about today is using a journal in your dissertation process. So this was suggested to me when I was first assigned my chair and I started writing my dissertation. And what I ended up doing with this journal is I kind of treated it like a diary. So I would try and write in it every single day, whether I had anything to share or not. I would share my feelings. I would share, like, it was just Christmas break, didn't do any work, or I would use that day to just record my notes, and I'll show you some of those here in a minute. But the thing that it helped me with was my journal sat on my desk next to my computer, and it was a visual reminder to kind of do something on my dissertation every single day so that I could record what I did, even if it was I just did 15 minutes of research because I cannot handle this anymore. The other thing that it did was it kind of provided me some motivation. So when I got to AQR2 and I got the feedback and it kind of spun me out and I got in my own head and I was a little frustrated, I was able to go back and kind of read my notes and see how far I had come. And it remotivated me to kind of get back in it, to realize how much effort and work I had put into the project. And it provided me the motivation I needed to get through AQR2 and move on. The other thing that you can use it for is to kind of track your progress. So like I said, as a motivation, but you can also see, where you are, if you keep a to-do list in there, a different checklist of different things that you need to make sure you do. You can go back and kind of see what dates you completed what things. So it's really just kind of a documentation of your journey, and you can use it in a way to keep you motivated, to remind you of your why, to capture some of your notes, to remind yourself to check a few things. So I just want to show you a couple of things that I did in my journal. You'll see here I kind of tracked some of my search terms, library sources, how many I found when I did these search terms. And that was probably a little bit more than I needed to do, but my little organized, detail-oriented brain really wanted to capture that information. And I referenced it later when I was writing chapter 1 and talking about the different search terms that I used. I spent some time looking at different target populations, and I also spent some time looking at like Qualtrics, SurveyMonkey, Amazon MTurk, and was able to kind of document my notes and what I learned about those different tools. And you'll see I have a post-it note that I jotted things down on. I didn't want to forget, so it got taped into my journal. I was in this section, you'll see Dr. Mall approved my prospectus in all caps, exclamation points. I was super excited. Now it's on to the proposal. My son and I were drawing things. I was doing some research here on validity and reliability, so was keeping my notes in my journal. Let's see, what else is there? My son would often spend time sitting with me at the table, and he would draw me things. And this was one of those moments that I did not want to lose. So I taped it into my journal. And again, this is a reminder for me of my why I do what I'm doing. And I wanted to keep that as just a reminder. I mentioned earlier when I went to AQR, I got a little frustrated. So you can see, I had some notes here, but then I had a checklist of things that I needed to send to AQR, and I kind of worked through it and made sure that I didn't forget anything. And just kept that list in my journal because I wanted to remember what I worked through, how I did it. Then you can see here I started when I was going through my chapter 4. You can see I was looking at how to do the styles. I was taking some notes on bootstrapping, results and limitations, what means centering means. So you can see I was just kind of keeping track of all those things. And then when I was finally finished, I still kept my notes. So ProQuest, publishing. But my favorite thing of all is when they send you that email that says, congratulations, we are now proud to officially call you Dr. Clark. Of course, I had to cut that out and put that into my journal. And that's the last thing that went into this journal. So I hope this is something that you can use. Just grab a journal, keep track of your progress, use it however you need to. This has everything in it. Days when I was frustrated, days when I was just taking notes on some really mundane things. Just a place to kind of keep all my thoughts and my scattered information in the process and what I needed to do. So highly recommend keeping a journal, using it however you need to. But for me, it was really helpful and helped me get to the end of my dissertation. So good luck, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye.